ARC for Parents and Caregivers. Lesson 6. Promoting Success at School. Many parents think their child's academic success is the responsibility of the teacher. However, several studies show that the home effect is greater than the school effect and accounts for 60% of a student's school achievement. In this lesson, you will learn how to nurture your home environment to help ensure your child's success at school. Parents can play a critical role at all stages of a child's development. The time frame from birth to 4 years old is especially important. It's a time when a child's brain development and vocabulary development are heavily linked. Parent encouragement and involvement is also incredibly important during the kindergarten to 12th grade years and helps foster positive feelings toward lifelong learning.
Many parents think that a child's success at school is the responsibility of the teacher. Teachers are important in helping children to receive a first-rate education. However, research indicates that parents have a much greater effect than teachers in regard to younger children's success at school. Few children excel at school without the high expectations, involvement, and encouragement of their parents. In fact, several studies have found that the home effect is far greater than the school effect and accounts for approximately 60% of the average student's achievement. So parents, be put on notice. If you want your child to be successful at school, you must get involved in your child's academic life. Parent involvement in the early years from birth to age 4 is especially critical. Doctors Betty Hart and Todd Risley worked with parents and children from a variety of income levels to determine how preschool experiences in the home impacted children's academic careers. They recorded the interactions of parents and their children. The study focused on the number of words heard by children during the first 4 years of their lives, a time when a child's brain development and his learning vocabulary skills are heavily linked. Hart and Risley's research made a very important discovery. They found that although young children from low-income families tend to grade lower on intelligence tests than children from more affluent families, it is not because low-income children are less intelligent. They simply are at a disadvantage in terms of the size of their vocabulary. Here's what their research discovered. Children in poverty families heard an average of 616 words per hour. Children in working class families heard an average of 1,251 words per hour. Children in professional families heard 2,153 words per hour. Hart and Risley reported, in 4 years of such experience, an average child in a professional family would have accumulated experience with almost 45 million words, and an average child in a welfare family would have accumulated experience with 13 million words. This 32 million word advantage explains why 4-year-old children raised in higher income families tend to score much higher on intelligence tests than children who are raised in a culture of generational poverty. In identifying the huge disparity in vocabulary skills among children from different socioeconomic classes, Hart and Risley are not pointing fingers of blame. Their study simply identified important cultural differences that can result in potentially smart, low-income children not developing the skills that would lead them to score well on intelligence tests. The good news is that when parents are armed with the knowledge that vocabulary skills are an important part of early childhood brain development, they can begin interacting with their children in ways that will close the word gap. In his book, Children, Behavior and Development, Dr. Boyd McCandless says, language development during infancy has been shown to be more highly related to later tests of intelligence than any other measure of infant intelligence. He then adds with these words of hope, with adult attention, the language development of infants can be accelerated. For example, the more reading infants have been exposed to, the more advanced their language development is likely to be, regardless of the social class from which they come. Parents, it is vitally important that you read to your small children, and it helps to have magazines and lots of children's books visible around the house. When children see written materials in the home, it conveys the message that words and books are important. Also, spending time sitting with your child, reading to him, listening to music, singing with him, and visiting the library together are wonderful ways of conveying unconditional love. If you want to help your child be successful at school, spend time with your small child, talk with her, and read to her. You can make a tremendous difference. Here are 7 things that parents can do to assure success in school for their children. 1. Make sure your child knows that you think education is important and that you expect her to be successful at school. Your high expectations of your child will encourage her to have high expectations of herself. 2. Insist that your child stay in school and do his very best. Be sure he understands that a high school graduate makes an average of $33,904 per year, while someone without a high school degree will average making only $24,492 per year, a difference of almost $10,000 per year. 3. Have some magazines and books around the house, items that signal your interest in reading and that encourage your child to read. 4. Insist that your child do her homework. Set up a time and place for your child to do homework. Encourage your child to be responsible and to work independently. 5. Show up. Attend your child's activities at the school to show support for him. Your gift of time is a way of showing unconditional love. 6. Participate in parent activities at your child's school. Volunteer in a classroom, in the library, tutoring, or reading to a class. Attend PTA, PTO, or parent club meetings. That involvement lets your child know that you think her education is important. 7. If there is any area of concern, talk with your child's teacher. Ask for a parent-teacher conference. Envision you and the teacher working together as a team to promote your child's success at school. The role parents can play in helping their child be successful at school is enormous. The time you spend reading to your child, supervising homework, showing up for school activities, and giving encouragement is a gift of unconditional love that will tremendously enhance your child's success at school. Make a point to get involved.